This is the project that my team and I submitted for this year's Global Game Jam.
In this video, I want to discuss what it was like to make a VR game in less than 48 hours with a team of 5 people all working remotely. I want to start off by saying that this is the most fun I've ever had making a game.
For context, I've made 2 VR game prototypes before and posted some funny videos about them on this channel. I did them completely by myself and they took about a week of work. They were fun to work on and I learned a lot, but there was no one to ask for help who knew what the situation was, and there was no one to really bounce ideas off of. I actually participated in the first ever VR game jam from Valum, but my team and I had such limited knowledge of making VR games for Unity, and at that point there weren't many tutorials for specific things like climbing, which we wanted to incorporate into our game. The week event ended and we were not able to finish our game in time. It was sad, but we learned a lot and vowed to learn more before our next game jam.
This time, around 6 months later, I was much more prepared.
Also, this time we had some artists on the team. I thought that it would be hard to find game design artists, as I thought there were more people like me who do a lot of programming. It turned out that it was split pretty evenly, with about 30 to 40% of the people joining the jam in my area being artists. After meeting 3 new people on the Discord server and enlisting my friend who helped me on the last jam, we had a full team. Because the event was all online this year, they released the theme a few days early. The theme was Lost and Found. We spent those extra couple of days planning everything out, and when it was down to 48 hours left in the jam, we began our work. The thought process for the game idea changed a lot. We thought of about 10 ideas and put them on a shared document individually, then we all got on a call and figured out the final idea for about 4 hours. None of the ideas on the document were our final idea, but we incorporated pieces of them. The idea that truly started our thought process for the final idea was letting the player play as a little boy in his room that was looking for ghosts in his walls. More in a cute way than a creepy way, and don't ask me why we went with ghosts. Then we were thinking about the little boy interacting with ghost friends that needed objects to finish their goal on Earth. Then we came across the idea of making the player run a shop that did this for many ghost clients.
Also, I decided that our art style would be making everything look like it was a cardboard cutout from the Troy simulator at Virtual Reality.
We mainly did this because the 2 artists on our teams did a lot of 2D drawings and art and hadn't really touched 3D modeling software in a while. Working to our strengths really paid off and we were able to come up with a ton of models for our game this way. We also knew that we wanted this game to make the player feel like they were on a time crunch. And to make it harder for the player, we added chutes that dropped the lost items on either side of the play space. But this is about where that idea ended. We stretched ourselves too thin trying to implement many ideas and never really got to long-term gameplay. We wanted the player to do a 10-minute shift, and if they survived until the end, they would get the happy ending sign. We were also trying to implement that if they had too many objects in the room, then they would get the sad ending sign. We did successfully implement an object counter and made it display a number on the wall. However, our programmer was too busy building systems for making the ghost spawn in, say what they wanted to with a word bubble, and check if the object met the requirements, as well as predictively spawning objects that the ghosts will want soon into the scene.
Yeah, he went without sleep Saturday night so he can finish all of that. Honestly, I should have had more courage to step in and build those systems with him, but I just didn't have enough courage in myself to actually do it, and I thought it would get in the way of all of the structured code that he'd written. It was a crunch until the end, and until the end of the game jam, nobody had playtested the game for more than like 2 minutes. Then it was time to upload the project. The deadline was 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we tried to start exporting and uploading around 3 p.m. just because we needed some extra time to polish some features. Exporting the game only produced errors at first and for about an hour, and we were so stressed that this would be the final flaw of our game and that we were not going to be able to upload it and it was just going to be a wreck. Luckily, one teammate found the answer to our problems, which was to delete a line of code at the top of most of our scripts, and it worked. Then we were trying to upload it as fast as we could, but it was a medium-sized game file at about half a gigabyte. The upload ended up finishing at 5:03 p.m., but we were seeing some other people on the Discord server having some troubles uploading, so they were extending it a couple of hours for all of us. After uploading it and saying goodbye, we were all probably so stressed and tired that we just fell asleep and didn't want to think about games for like a whole week. Anyways, the game is out now and we've updated some things that we were missing on our first upload. Check out the link in the description and follow the instructions on the itch.io page. And you can subscribe to me for more videos about VR game design like this. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in another video.